Nobody tells you how difficult it is dating in your 40s. Hi guys, I'm Monique, an occupational therapist based in London, and welcome back to my channel. So, it's a little bit of a story time and how I went on this date with this guy that was introduced to me by a friend of mine. Um, you know what? Get comfortable. I've got my smoothie with me and we're gonna yap and talk about it. So, one of my friends messaged me on Instagram and she was like, "Oh, I have someone that I want you to meet." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And she was like, "Well, he's single, he's divorced, he has three girls, and you have three kids, and you're both at a space where you've healed." Because I think at that particular time he had been divorced for about 3 years. So I was like, okay, because that's my limit. You have to have been divorced for at least 3 to 4 years before I can think about going on a date with you or even dating you, because I feel like under that you're still kind of healing. And also I feel like your kids have to be of a certain age. Like, I'm not going to date someone who has children who are under 10. I'm not going to do that. So Instagrams were exchanged and he was really, really fast, like really, really fast. Within a day, he had followed me and messaged me. And that was on a Wednesday. And by Friday, he had organized a date. I was like, oh, okay, this is nice. Someone's actually taking the initiative to arrange a date. I thought this was really cute. We spoke every day. And at some point, he actually moved from Instagram DMs to actually like WhatsApp. He actually started FaceTiming me. And, we had conversations. Although I was busy, I kind of spoke to him in the evenings after I finished everything, put the kids to bed and stuff like that. So he organized a date. Mind you, we met on a Wednesday. So he organized a date for Saturday. I was like, okay, cute. Told my daughter I'm going out. She's 20 and also she's babysitting. Got my outfit, got ready, and I asked him for the restaurant's location. And he was like, oh, I should drive to his, leave my car, and then he's going to drive us there because he lived near the restaurant. And I thought, okay, fair enough. He wants to drive. So yeah, so to my car, he's called him when I was outside. He was like, oh, come in. I went in, he got me flowers, he got me chocolate. My inside picture of it here. I'm sorry if the person's gonna know who they are. And we went for the date. The date went nice, and we kind of agreed that we're gonna meet again at some point. Now, here's where the things went down south for me. Obviously, on paper, he was great, you know. But there's this thing of when a guy has taken you out on a date and taken you out for dinner, and they've paid for the dinner, they feel like you owe them to go back to their house. So when we go outside, I was like, oh, thanks for the dinner. And now I'm going to go home. And he was like, why? And I was like, because it's our first time meeting. And my G, I don't know you. So I'm going to go to my house. And he was like, no, 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 come in for a drink. And I knew exactly where that was going. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I got into my car and I drove home and I went back to my house, showered and went to bed. Tell me why when I was in the shower, this guy called. I missed his call because I was in the shower. I came back and I called him and he was ranting. Oh, I took you out for dinner. Oh, I paid for the dinner. Oh, I've been talking to you for a whole week. The least you could do is come back to my house. You owe me that much. I said, my guy, I could have paid for dinner if that was a problem. Like, definitely in my 40s, I'm dating differently. Like in my 20s, I was still young. Maybe I could have gone in, had a nightcap, whatever, whatever. But now I'm like, I'm not ready to add on to my body count with someone I don't know. Dude, you could be a murderer inviting me into your house. I've never met you. This was the first time meeting. Yes, we've spoken a few times and I know we have your friends, but they can't vouch for you if you do something to me. And number two, why do you feel the need because you paid for dinner, I must sleep with you? I really don't understand. Anyway, I didn't want to go into any back and forth. I said, you know what? Send me your account number and I will pay for the half of the half of the bill, if that will make you sleep well at night. Do you know the guy sent account number to me? This is my account number. I called my friend that introduced me. I was like, girl, what did you introduce me to? Because if this is the dating pool for it, like, I told her the guy wanted me to go home with him. I said no. And he now has sent me his account number. Well, to be fair, I said, well, if this whole thing is causing you a headache, send me your account number and I'll pay for half of the bill. She was like, no way, Monique, did you pay it? And I said, no, I haven't, but I'm going to. She was like, you wouldn't do such a thing. Why would you do that? I was like, because anyway, she was like, don't do it. So I didn't do it. Ended up blocking him. Tell me why I went out on a solo date to a restaurant, a different restaurant. I think a week later, who do I see walking there with another girl? Him. And this is a girl that follows me on Instagram as well. So she was like, oh, I know you. And I was like, oh, really? From where? She was like, you're the OT. You're always doing like TikTok. Like, yeah. She was like, I want to be on OT. Can we exchange numbers? He's standing there looking at me like, what the heck? What the heck is just happening here? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. You know, if you have any questions about being an OT, let me know. Anyway, that messaged me, I think a couple of weeks later. She was like, oh, you know, she's been going through a lot with the guy. Remember the guy that I was with? And then she started on how he's been doing this and doing this. And I was laughing. She was like, why are you laughing? I was like, because I know him. I went on a date with him and this is what happened. And she was like, why didn't you tell me? And I didn't know you for me to say something to you. And everyone's different. Maybe with you, he would have acted differently. I was like, no. He started asking me for money. I was like, yo. And on that note, I will do another story time about a guy that asked me for money. So stay tuned. But anyway, dating in your 40s, I swear to God, the dating pool is trash at the moment, saturated. And there are some good men out there, don't get me wrong. But one thing I have learned is you're not only dating that person, you're dating the person's history, you're dating the person's trauma, you're dating the person's children, you're dating the person's behavior. It's really, really difficult dating someone who probably is coming out of a divorce and going through it, someone who's financially not there at the moment because of everything that they're going through. So it's a give and take, but I feel like you also have to stand your ground and have your boundaries of things that you can and you cannot take. Be careful, ladies, when you're out there dating. Be very careful. But that being said, I do believe there are some good there, so don't give up, but just don't devalue yourself. Until next time, guys, on the next video. Love and love.